Good evening. Marty Brayton signing in to report on Wednesday, day 29. Today was once again a day that I had to give and chose to give to my daughter, Becca. Today was her court hearing. It was all day long, and it basically took from early in the morning to late in the afternoon. Done. Let me share just a few highlights. I don't want to bore you with it, but I just want to set the table here. I got up at 6 in the morning with my wife, and together we both splashed coal on our face and did the win the morning, win the day routine. We didn't break it, even though we had a whole nother day of things we had to do, and we had a daughter here staying with us. We finished it and exercised for 20 minutes, and then I fixed my breakfast, and it was time to drive Becca and Kathleen and myself to the courthouse, as we were supposed to be there about 8:15 this morning. If you remember right, my power statement for today was I will get my storyboard all laid out so that I'm seeing a real coaching package come together in real pages and outlines and design, and not just thoughts here and pages over there and all over the place. Well, I took a short video of it all, laid out with what I have so far. And so I'm going to show you that right now. Let me click on this. Okay, you can see that. There's pages of notes all organized in my podcast, black and white pictures there laid out in the lessons, and they're showing the kind of the designs there, and the website's right there in the top middle. And there's some of the pictures that are in grayscale, which I'm going to show you the color ones here in just a second. Oh my goodness, it's kind of giving me a little bit of a storyboard feel. And there's that guy climbing up. Oh, sometimes our experience looks just like that. It's just like that. And so here's these pictures starting to come up here. Look at this. Watch as I scroll. Look at that beautiful mountain picture. That's the Journey Ahead one. That is going to be a beautiful tool to use. Creative. Look at that over there. You can see on the upper left, barely a little teeny line. That's a guy on that mountain. There's another little desert one. And beautiful water scenes and sunset scenery. Each day a new month passed. There's a well-traveled road through a kind of a rough terrain. And that's okay. And then a starry night where you look up and you consider what the next day is going to be. Some beautiful pictures. Look at that guy looking back where he's come, peak to peak, climb up that thing. And here's a woman. She's climbing up. Women can do it, no question about it. There's another one. Look at that, climbing up those mountains and accomplishing one step at a time. Oh, look at that beautiful forest on the outside of that, the beautiful blues and purples and greens. Oh, and the summer trip guy and the beautiful sunsets. These are great pictures that I'm going to be able to... You see the plateau and the guy on the right, a couple people on that path. There's two more on that little ledge out there to the right. Right, look at that. Then another sunset. These are gorgeous creatives. These are fun pictures that I'm going to be using for my lesson pictures, creatives, and that kind of thing. And we're soon coming up desert picture. You know what desert's like. It feels like we got a long ways to go, barely have enough water and energy. So there you go. That's a nice video. That's a short video that laid it all out. So that's all I got done this morning before I had to jump in the car with Becca and Kathleen and head to the courthouse for the hearing. After the hearing, we ran Becca to an airport. We barely got her off the witness stand, and she was excused by the judge, and away we went. We got home about 4:30 p.m. after dropping her off, so I pretty much invested the entire work day to Becca, and that was okay. That was great. Once we got home, I went upstairs to my office here and was able to get a few more smaller tasks done, but nothing in terms of bringing any real pieces through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. I was able to watch my Why movie, though, and I saw reruns of my coaching storyboard coming together. So those are two videos that movies in my mind that I got to see. Pre-played those videos in my mind. That was great, but no actual important task got done except for supporting Becca today. So having set that table, I'm going to answer Croy's checklist of questions to end my day strong. The first one is, what didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today, Marty? Did you wake up early and strong this morning? I certainly did. Both of us did. Did you start your morning with power? Absolutely. I think doing my routine this morning really helped me get in the right attitude for the day. And so I could show up for Becca how I wanted to and how Kathleen wanted to. 29 days, that's habits now. Of course, I'm not going to give up on doing those. I'm so excited about that. Next, were you productive throughout your day? I showed you what I got done this morning before leaving to take Becca to the courthouse. And I'm so excited what's going to get done in the next 3 or 4 days. I do think that was one of the most important tasks for me to do today, was to do that morning, win the morning, win the day routine. Did you get the most important things done? I sure did. Did you move your goals forward? Absolutely. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be? exactly what I was focused on, is showing up as the person I wanted and knew I should be for Rebecca today. What about your personal time with Kathleen? She was right there arm in arm with me supporting Rebecca. Were you present and loving with both of them? Yes, I was, and yes, she was to Becca as well. Let's continue on and answer all the questions that are designed to help me get honest with myself now. Croy asked, what was the one thing that you can improve on? In other words, what didn't go so well today, Marty? Well, the one thing that didn't go well for me today is I chose to leave my office after just being there for a half hour. In other words, when he came home at 4 o'clock, 4:30, I went up to my office. I was only there for about a half hour. I then chose to come downstairs and say, "We're home, I love you." And I hugged her, and then I went and sat down on the double-wide recliner. And zoned out for the rest of the night. I don't think I hardly moved. So that's something that I thought will have the biggest impact or make the biggest difference in keeping that kind of withdrawal from focusing on my to-do list from happening again tomorrow and every day thereafter, is I will make sure, once again, I decide the night before how many hours or how much time I am going to allow myself to relax and watch TV at the end of the day, my workday, so that I don't fritter away important hours of productivity. I should deserve some, but the whole night? Really? Failing to do that today, I consider to be a failure. And so the question, what failure do I need to use as a tool for success today? Well, deciding to watch too much TV is the failure. And so I suppose that another failure is what my thoughts have been towards how much TV I do watch. That way I can turn this bad habit into a tool of success, meaning changing my thoughts, by putting it in my circumstance line as, I watch TV at night. That's just a fact. I didn't put any little emotional thing there like too much TV. I just said I watch TV at night. And then you can put too much into the thought line. In other words, I watch too much of it, or I love it, or those kind of things, because that's how you think about the circumstance. I can put several thoughts in that thought category and generate a variety of different kind of feelings and emotions, and they'll generate different kind of actions. So feelings are there that they are what generate actions, and those actions then generate results. So I am 100% responsible for my thoughts in this regard. And I can choose, and I am choosing to think that my watching TV at night is too much. And so the feeling is a sense of loss when I do. I lost my lost opportunity of what I could have got done, and now I'm even further behind, or I didn't get it as fast. I have more pieces I really wanted to get through before tomorrow. Well, I get this sense that I can do it and do it better, and I want to show up differently at night than I have been. So those are different thoughts about Marty watches TV at night. So the difficulty here, of course, is I am bucking a pretty ingrained rut in my thinking. My mapping in terms of tonight and every night has been that this is what I do at night. It is my relaxing time. I have a few series of shows I watch like clockwork, and I have for years. I'm now changing my thoughts about it and asking myself, no, I'm requiring that I determine how much TV I will watch each night for the day tomorrow, and then I need to make sure that it isn't too much. The next question is, what was my biggest success today? Well, this, of course, once again, was my giving my entire day to my daughter and being there with her throughout the entire hearing. It went very well. Things turned out fabulous, and she was very, very happy to have her mother and her father there to hear the news and to tell her how well she did and that kind of thing. So today was a great day in that regard. Like every day before, I think that what movies did I watch in my mind today? Well, I was able to watch my Why movie. I did take the time, and let me tell you about that. I can see myself, and I saw myself with a big bouquet of flowers and a little gift and a balloon that says congratulations, and walking into her cubicle and saying, "You're home permanently, I love you," and I had to take her away to retirement, and then getting the next day doing her thing, and she doesn't have to get up and go to work. I can go and say, let's get on our bikes and go for a ride. And I see us riding out and getting set up and going down the street over here, and then down the street here, up over the railroads, down into the park. And then there's big, wide walkway around this lovely green park that we get to ride and chat and laugh and have fun, even maybe even some audiobooks, whatever. And then I see myself walking with her hand in hand on that park and coming home and going over to the rec center together and doing some swimming and a little sauna together. That was the why. That's why I'm doing all this, so I have the money and the time in her home. What was the one thing I did that made me feel successful? I think the thing I got done that made me feel successful today was, even though I gave my day away, was that I still did the win the morning, win the day, and end the day success routines. I always have my phone near my bed now. It's a habit, so I can take notes when the two amigos come in and wake me up. That to me makes me feel successful, having had and now established those habits. They're so helpful. So how did my day get rated? I think I rated it a 7. I gave it a rate of 7. The next question is, Croy asked, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you'd still feel like you were a success, what would that one thing be? Put it now into a power statement for tomorrow. So I wrote this. I have a bunch of notes and ideas and lists and back burner to-dos, even another extra page, and many steps that I want and need to get organized, because it's hard to get them done if they're here on that page and all over the place. So I want them right there on a big long list and done, done, done. I need to organize them so I can start checking them off one by one into the world of the physical. That image in my mind of getting all those notes organized and on one long page and then on the next long page, just going from the top, prioritize, boom, get done, winding it up, winding up, done. That's exciting to me. So you did good today, Marty. You showed up like you wanted, and no, you should have. Keep it up, Marty. You're a winner. Now I want to end my day strong and share what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for a great judge. She was fantastic. She was fantastic. I'm grateful for Becca's attorney who came prepared. Finally came prepared. I'm grateful for the habits I have gained from doing my video journal for 29 days now, and that routine of instant manifestation secrets and these audios and the daily things I'm doing. I'm so grateful I started that and pulled that little lever, and I've been doing this now for nearly a month. I'm grateful for all the information and knowledge that's available at my fingertips that I can use that's helped me to tighten up my dreams and give flesh to it. I'm grateful for the failures I've had and am having that I can then use to learn as I reflect on them and turn them into positive benefits for success, a tool of success. Once again, these thoughts of gratitude are the best kind of thoughts to go to bed with. I'm so glad that I have this little habit, and now the two amigos can go to work gathering material and evidence to support what I've just said here, what I want to accomplish, what I am accomplishing, because it's true. I'm accomplishing my dreams. I wish you all continued success. So good night. Good night, everyone.